Yo, Superstar, thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! This is the Star Wars Black Series Incinerator Trooper. Now, the Incinerator Trooper made his debut in The Mandalorian, so they've included this in the Mandalorian line of the new Black Series. It was in the end of Series 1 where they've been using him, and obviously they have had Incinerator Troopers in the past, but this was the one that was used in the television series. I love the red on the white as well. That's a really cool looking concept. So we'll take a closer look at that in a few minutes. But yeah, this is part of the new Mandalorian line, which you can tell by this new sort of dark orange stripe that goes all the way around the box. And this apparently is number 3 in the series. There is a lovely artist rendering on the back, as well as a nice write-up here, which does state, Incinerator Trooper armour was exceptionally heat resistant and bore red markings in order to indicate their speciality. Ooh. It's got that new fancy sideways box so you can put the picture together. So that's pretty cool. And we'll see who else we're going to be getting in this collection. Can't wait. Hopefully very soon we'll start seeing some other figures that are obviously spoiler figures for Season 2. I won't say who they are because I don't want to release any spoilers, but yeah, you know who they are if you watch the television series, and I hope they get their figures very soon. But for now, guys, it's another Trooper. Let's break him out of the packaging and take a closer look at this awesome action figure. So guys, are you watching The Mandalorian? Are you enjoying The Mandalorian? Let me know down below which has been your favourite episode so far. A lot of people obviously are going to mention the last one. But of course, when you're watching this, it is Mando Monday. So we may have some new Mandalorian goodies coming out today. Who knows? See what comes out for pre-order today. Just keep your eyes and ears open at your local retailers. And see what else is new out there. Or what might get announced. Alright, here we go. I've got him open. Slide him out. Yeah. It's got one of those little slip covers on the front, which is quite nice. I'm loving the fact that Hasbro are now including more effects pieces with other brands. It used to be just like a Marvel thing. Now they're starting to introduce them to other brands, which is nice. I like the fact that most of the accessory bits for Hasbro are universal across the line as well. So I've been able to use some of the effects pieces from Marvel with G.I. Joe, with Ghostbusters. It seems to be very universal across the line, which is nice. Okay. We have the Incinerator Trooper out of the packaging. Very nice figure. Oh, one of his little things have come undone. There we go. That does come off then, which is kind of cool to know. He's got his gun hanging down. There's no way to clip that to the... No, there's not. I was hoping there was going to be a way to clip that to the actual tank. So when he's not using it, he could use a regular blaster. Interesting. But the Trooper itself is very nice. I'm loving that red line down the face. I like the fact that it's got some chips in it. It's not like it's not 100% perfect, which is cool. It gives it that battle damage look. Same with the armor as well. They've included like loads of chip-looking pieces around the armor as well, which is nice. So the head is on a ball joint. This one, so you can make him look up and down, left and right as well. His arms do lift up at this top hinge. The actual armor piece does lift up as well. It's actually attached to the top part of the armor, which is nice. So there's no scuffeture. Obviously his arm moves forward. But that piece can move forward with him, which is nice. Elbows, we've got a nice elbow joint there. Almost a double hinged elbow, but it's like a fancy ball joint. It does also rotate. And the hands are on ball joints as well. What is that weird little fluffy bit attached to his hand? He's got some like weird thing attached to his hand. I'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Dead weird. We can rotate him around at his abdomen crunch there as well. And the legs do lift out as much as the armor piece will allow, as well as forwards. We've got the double hinged knees almost there. The nice big new ball joints that almost act like double joints. And they can rotate there as well as rocker and pivot for the feet. However, there is one hole for display base on the bottom of his foot. Oh no, sorry, both feet have them. Well, only one I did then. Designation of 2020 Hasbro on the bottom of his foot. E9352 designation. So he's got his actual gun here as well. So if I place that in his hand, can we dual wield this? Not really. It slots in that hand better. There we go. Then you can kind of just place the other hand underneath to make it look like he's dual wielding it. Obviously we can add the effects piece on as well to give it its full effects. That just clips on like that. So that's pretty cool. My only gripe with this figure is I really wish it did have some way of clipping the actual gun to the tank or the armor somewhere, just when he's not using it. He could have a regular rifle. I would have liked that, but I suppose his designation is he is there to be the Incinerator Trooper. Although this one armor piece does keep popping off, I've had to put that back in its hole 3 times now. So mine's a little bit on the loosey-goosey side. But either way, it's a very cool trooper. Something very different as well, which is nice. So what I'll do now, guys, is I'll head on down to the desk cam so you guys can get an up-close personal look at the Incinerator Trooper. So let's go on down to the desk cam. Here he is, guys, out of the packaging, looking awesome. An Incinerator Trooper. So this figure is very nice indeed. It is very reminiscent of that Series 1 ending, where they brought in the Incinerator Troopers to try and smoke them out. Very cool concept. I love the idea of the Trooper. You guys have heard my feedback at this point. I only wish he could have the rifle. That's it. The Trooper itself is beautifully crafted, very well sculpted. The paint apps are absolutely immaculate. I've not seen any issue with red on white, white on red, things like that. There is the little chips and stuff, but they're meant to be there. So I've got very little to gripe about on this one, except obviously these little bits just popping off a little bit too regular. I like the fact that it's got the Empire designation on the back as well. That's very cool. I just wish there were a place to store the gun. That's it. That's the only gripe I can have with this figure. I just wish there was some way of storing the gun on the figure. That would have made it a lot nicer for me. Let me add the effects piece again for you. So there's the effects piece added. The only thing is with when you add the effects piece, it does create that additional length on there, which is putting a lot of strain on the gun, which usually makes it fall off the secondary hand to make it, so he's only holding it with one hand, and it also usually causes him to lean forward. I've had to kind of really pose him differently just to get him to stand with this piece, so it does create difficulties, and it does create a few little issues and niggles, but nothing too crazy. But let's take a look at the figure side by side with some other troopers from the collection. Alright guys, here he is, stood tall with the Incinerator, and if we bring in, I've got the Stormtrooper there from the Carbonized series, and then I've got the Death Trooper from the Credit Collection. So you see, he sits in well with the rest of the Stormtrooper line, a little bit on the shorter side, but he does kind of match this Trooper, which I think is kind of based on the same book, I believe. I may be wrong. But yeah, very nice figure indeed. It fits in well with the other troopers. It looks really cool. Who's your favourite Stormtrooper, guys? Which is your favourite Stormtrooper? Let me know in the comments below. But let's go back to the main cam and finish off this video. Stick around, guys, because we've got so much more to review on the channel. As you can see, we've still got plenty more reviews to get through, so please do stick around. And what do you want to see us review next? I'd love to hear back from you guys and what you guys think I should review next. Leave us a comment down below. I do try and respond to every single comment. It is getting harder, but I do try to respond to as many as humanly possible. And we are so close to smashing that 30k goal for the end of the year, guys. So if you could help me reach that final few hundred we need to get to 30k by the end of the year, and I'll do the giveaway for the brand new year. So make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. There's a massive giveaway coming up, 30k followers. It's sponsored. It's going to be awesome. So you've got to be subscribed to be in it to win it. So guys, what's your thoughts on this trooper? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, then please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribing really supports us, it really helps out and helps us to keep making awesome videos. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye!